What's up, y'all? Hope y'all having a high vibrational day. And let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so this is the spiritual meaning behind the word out of shape. You know, the common saying that people say when they're like, I'm out of shape. I feel like words are very important. Whoa, that's a hummingbird. We seen shit I've never seen before out here. It's crazy. I feel like words are very important. And I feel like the things that we say impress on our subconscious mind. And I believe that, at least what my belief is, that our subconscious mind creates our reality. Now, you don't have to believe that, but the placebo effect, at least we can agree upon, is real, right? So this is the spiritual meaning behind the word out of shape. Now, that was just to give some context to this video. Out of shape. When people say I am out of shape, that is them confirming, number one, that they have not reached their higher self. Because what does out of shape mean? That means that you are not in the frame of who you are truly supposed to be, out of who you are truly supposed to be, out of shape. When people is in shape, that means that they've entered the frame of who they truly are supposed to be. So when people say I'm out of shape, that's you affirming to yourself that you know you should do better. But we ignore these things, and then when we ignore them, it just makes us more depressed. And then when it makes us more depressed, we run to things like sugar and other addictive things, right? And then that makes us more depressed. So it's kind of a cycle. So when people say things like, oh, I'm out of shape, or I need to get in shape, you have a higher self. You cannot believe in spirituality. You cannot, you know what I'm saying? You can do you. You cannot believe in self-improvement. You cannot believe in motivation. You can do you, right? But when you say that you are out of shape, that is you knowing, at least subconsciously, that you do have a higher self. What is a higher self? A higher self is the best version of you. It is the fourth dimensional version of you. It is the alchemist version of you. It is the version of you that can speak things into existence, whose word is gold. So think about the best version of you. Okay, I want us all to close our eyes for a second. Visualize the best version of you. That is who you truly are. Period. There's nothing other than that. There is nothing other than that. Everything outside of who you believe is the best version of you, everything that is outside of that isn't truly you. So you must ask yourself, does the best version of you do this activity? Does the best version of you do this activity? Does the best version of you do this activity? Those are the things that make you out of shape. The things that make you out of shape are the things that your best version of you would not do. And that's what the spiritual meaning of out of shape is. It is you knowing, you affirming that the best version of you wouldn't do these things. The best version of you wouldn't look like this. So when, people who are chubby or people who are fatter say things like I'm out of shape, that's you knowing. You could have been the same way all your life, right? You could have been the same way out of all your life. But when you say you're out of shape, that's you knowing, that's you affirming to yourself that you can be in a better condition, and that better condition is actually your true self, which I believe that we all have a higher self. Okay, I believe that we all have a higher self, and our higher self is not something that's separated from us. Our higher self is not something that's far away. Don't think about that. Don't think like that. Don't think your higher self is somebody who is just far, far away. And it's just something you're just trying to achieve. Because if you keep trying to achieve your higher self, you will be repeatedly in that vibration of achieving your higher self. Because life is just a cycle. Life is just a cycle. You know what I'm saying? If you think that you are on a pathway to get something, you will usually continuously be on that pathway to get that thing, until you tap into the same vibrational frequency of that thing. When people say things like I'm out of shape, you must start studying the words you say more. then once you start studying the words you say more, start studying your thoughts more. But when people say things like I'm out of shape, that is them confirming to themselves that they have a higher self. A lot of us don't think we have a higher self, but I think honestly that we know we have a higher self, but it is buried in our subconscious. It is deep, deep, deep within the subconscious mind is our true self, is our best selves, because how society is, how they throw sugar and food and alcohol and a, just addictives down our throat continuously and continuously and continuously, straying us further and further from the light, straying us further and further of who we truly are. But deep down inside, every human knows that, at least what I believe is that every human knows that we do have a higher self and we do have something within us that is greater than we can ever imagine. But it's not so great that we can't achieve it. So when you say things like, oh, I'm out of shape and I need to get in shape, well, then that's you knowing and you confirming to yourself that you aren't your best self, that you do have a higher self, but you just haven't reached it. You just don't want to reach it. And I want to tell you that because a lot of people I've noticed don't get told this in their lives, and you do have a best self. You do have a higher self. You do have the best version of you. When you close your eyes and you imagine the best version of you, that's actually who you truly are. Anything outside of this, anything outside of this, who you truly are, is not you. Think about it. When you were a baby, were you addicted to sugars? When you were a baby, were you addicted to alcohol? When you were a baby, were you addicted to A, B, Y, Z, X? You know what I'm saying? Were you addicted to these things? Nothing's wrong with, some of these things in moderation, but addiction is a completely different thing. Addiction is desire, right? So, when you were a baby, were you addicted to these things? No, you weren't. So those aren't your true self. See, when you were a kid, that's your truest potential. That's who you truly are the most, because your soul is not as corrupt from this, backwards ass society. But that's a whole nother video of its own. But I just want to tell you guys that don't be afraid to, what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to do things that you feel are outside of you, that you feel are outside of who you truly are. Because who you truly are is the person who does those things. You know what I'm saying? When you close your eyes and you think of yourself, of your best self, that's who you are. Have to keep saying it because it's the truth. That's who you are. So don't be afraid to go outside of yourself. Don't be afraid to, what I'm saying? One day, I'm just gonna hit 100 push-ups today. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Today I'm just gonna eat healthy. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. And then when you do these activities that are benefiting your soul and your spirit, stop saying that these activities are outside of myself. Start saying that these activities are within me. These activities are me. And that is how you quantum leap. But that's a whole nother video for another time. I really hope you guys resonated with the words I spoke on today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Please, please, please tell me what you thought about the video. Any feedback is loved. Any feedback is needed. And I will see y'all in the next one. Daily videos like always. Have a high vibrational day. Much love. Peace out.